if you want to zoom left and right, okay? Okay, see it?
That was great, Jack.
No, it's because of the light.
No, that's fine. Aye. Aye, okay. I'll get a bit of that figure here. That you never thought I'd be giving this speech. I told my parents I was getting married and this is a bit bloody time. I'll try and keep this as short as possible. I've been told to speak politely. How long I can hold out for. Anyway, on behalf of the most beautiful woman in the world, the kindest and most loving woman in the world, my wife Geraldine and I, I'd like to thank the bridesmaids Colette and Lorraine for their roles today, and also for their roles in the lead up to the wedding. Done a wonderful job, and I'm sure you'll made both look stunning. I know Geraldine has valued their input along the way. I'd personally like to thank Colette for the pole dancing lessons. Will you please be upstanding? And please raise your glasses to the bridesmaids. You may be seated. I'd just like to thank Jack for his kind words. Thanks, Jack. I was expecting his speech to contain several plumbing and army stories, but there was none there.
No, we've had them.
In fact, when I asked Jack for Geraldine's hand in marriage, I get 3 super fast plumbing stories before he says it gave me the okay to marry her. Remember that, Jack?
No, it was a says to you, if you hear any trouble, I was going to turn off your water.
That's right, that was it. Forgot that. I'd also like to thank Jack and Pat for doing a wonderful job bringing up Geraldine. She's beautiful, kind and a wonderful girl who's very thoughtful and helps those who are all around her. I'd also like to thank them for making me feel most welcome into the family and giving me the privilege of being a husband to her. Been welcomed into the family with open arms. It's been fantastic getting to know you both. I'd also like to thank them for the kind donation to the wedding funds which would be lost without. I'd also like to thank Pat for the beautiful flowers that she's provided for our day. They're absolutely fantastic, and all the more special that Jerry's mum made them.
You working, baby, working.
I'd like to thank my own parents, Mike and Jean, for bringing me into this world and raising me with their good values and encouraging me to succeed in life. I'd like to thank them for putting their trust in me from an early age. They all seem to think they're hard done by as a kid, but when you think back to it, you know, I was given a lot of love, responsibility and trust. I had my own key for the house as long as I can remember. And all the things that really mattered. Although checking out some of the old photographs, my clothes were questionable. To this day I can still remember those brown cords. I ripped at the bear trousers. I mean, I was brought up with a lot of responsibility, and I had things like motorbikes and air rifles and stuff like that. You know, the envy of a lot of kids, and I appreciate the trust. And on my beloved Kawasaki motorbike that I wrote off when I was 17, that was trying to kill me. Anyway, sincere thanks to my parents, whom I love very much. And if it wasn't for them, I'd be half the man I am today. I'd be lost without you both. I'd also like to thank them for the donation to the wedding fund, which we'd be struggling without. My wife Geraldine and I met over 4 years ago in Glasgow. I'll never forget the first night we met. She was so stunning, I couldn't believe how pretty she was. That beautiful smile and that lovely wee pouted stare.
Oh no, that's a different one.
We hit it off right away, and it was clear we wanted to see each other again. I remember one of our first dates, Geraldine telling me she liked me because how innocent and naive I seemed.
I'm not very good.
I nearly swallowed my teeth. When she says that. I thought, oh, you're in for a wee shock.
Oh no.
Because you left your teeth in the jar.
I also remember her telling me I spoke politely and didn't swear. I don't. very much. I'd actually never heard Geraldine swear until she took up skiing in the Scottish mountains. She made the air turn blue. It was very funny hearing her shout in the slopes, and I'd lost count of the number of skiing instructors were rubbish at their jobs. After she became a decent skier, I took her up one of the black runs, pretending it was an easy one. I thought this would be interesting. She actually got down the slope, and I'm so proud of her. I did get called a few names at the bottom of the slope, right enough. But getting down that hill clearly came from her drive to succeed and to learn new skills. When I proposed to Geraldine, I was really nervous. I looked at her and said, "Geraldine, can you sit down for a minute? I've got something to say." When I seen the look in the face, I thought she looked really worried. I get down on one knee and I felt the bits with tears in my eyes, and she said yes. It was such a relief that she said she agreed to marry me. I love Geraldine because she's beautiful, kind and understanding. She really deserves to be happy, and I'm going to try my hardest to make that happen. I'd like to thank my wife for putting up with my stressful job and my working abroad. It takes strong character and great strength to be able to cope with a partner working away from home. I know I would find it difficult if Geraldine worked away. For me, every time I'm back home was like the first time we met. Working away can be difficult at times, but can make you appreciate one another even more.
Oh.
I feel very lucky to have met Geraldine, and I love her very much. I'm not sure what I'd do without her.
No. I'll give a poker face on.
Can you repeat that speech on the lie detector?
I would like to, my nana couldn't be here today. She's not very well, not keeping too good. But I'd just like to thank my nana, because a lot of us wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my nana. And I thank her for putting me up over the years and babysitting me when I was a youngster. And she always used to say, "Get your rain shirt, get your lamps out." Which obviously meant get to sleep, and I thank her for that. To my two sisters, all I can say is sorry for tormenting you over the years. Thanks for your support you've given me. It's good to have two wee sisters. And to my new brother-in-law, Paul, I'd like to thank him for the warm welcome to the family, and thanks for coming to the stag do. Thanks, Paul. I'd also like to thank everyone else who's came here and sharing a great day with us, and it's been fantastic, and I'm so pleased that you came, and for all your lovely gifts. It's really, really good. I wouldn't have enjoyed it the same without you. Last but not least, to my best man, Jamie, whom I've known since I was 4 years old. I'll never forget the crazy stuff we did as kids and adults. I'd like to thank him for being a great friend and a person I can trust and turn to. I must say, Jamie has always been there through my ups and downs. I could share anything with Jamie, I know I can trust him explicitly. Now, before you hear Jamie's speech, I just thought I'd tell you, well, he is a great guy. He does seem to live in a parallel universe, which causes him to invent fanciful stories. He does, and actually believes these stories are true, so just thanks for humouring them along his way. I just hope he isn't too hard on me. Thanks very much. I just want to present some gifts, please, if I could. What's one? Here you go.
Did you cut it down? Who's yours? Who's yours, Jamie? You got it right in the back of your hand.
And then I met you and you're like,
Paul would like to present with a gift if you'd like to come up.
Come on, you're supposed to.
Oh, you made it over. He gets him in the shot. Right.
It's not the prices, right?
Yeah, well done. Thanks very much. And to Michelle, my sister.
Craig, got to go back and do that again. I forgot to zoom out.
Watch yourself. Tell me.
You're not even
Wait there till I get this.
There was a wee tear in my eye. I had one. He was very sincere.
I would like to present these flowers for the mums. Two mummies.
you couldn't get the cannabis through customs.
I'd like to present this to my best man, Jamie.
Oh, thank you very much.
You can sit down your job.
I think we've done everything.
Oh well.
Thanks very much, everybody, for coming.